Is this session being recorded? Go. Oh, okay.
I just noticed now that I didn't even put, guys. Sorry. Okay. So what I'm saying is, now what you need to do is, now that you already draw up your ledger account, ne? You distributed already in your ledger account. When you are going to draw up your general journal, you are just going to copy and paste in the general journal. You already distributed, you are done. These are the two amounts that you are going to copy and paste. So how are we going to do it? Let's draw up our general journal. So we have the debit, and then we have the credit. Okay, now if you look at your land and building, on which side did we record our, on which side did we revalue our amount? It was on the debit side, right? So you will have land and building. What was the difference? What was the surplus, the total surplus? It was 130,000. And then what did we credit? We said that an increase, in the value of your assets is transferred to the credit side of the capital account, meaning that your capital account should be credited. So in this case, you have capital Sarah. Capital Sarah. How much? It's 78,000. And then you have capital Mary. Capital Mary of 52,000. Then you are done. Do we understand?
Yes.
Okay. So we move on to the next ledger.
Can I ask,
Mm-hmm.
what if the revaluation was a loss or something? If it decreased,
If it decreased,
are we going to-
obviously your debit. If it decreased, obviously your debit will be more than your revaluation. You understand? So you will have your capital, the amounts that you distributed, this amount, capital Sarah and capital Mary, will be on the credit.
Mhm.
And what did we say about the loss on revaluation? We said that loss on revaluation is recorded on the debit side of your capital account. So your capital accounts will therefore be debited, and then land and building will be credited.
Credited.
Yes. So that's the only thing, main thing that you need to know. Loss on assets, a revaluation of assets, is debited to your capital account, and profit or an increase in the revaluation is credited to your capital accounts. Okay. So we move on to the next one.
Sarah?
Yes, ma'am.
This account, the general journal, is it part of the account which called capital account?
They are different. General journal is a book of first. Okay, is another book. While is okay, general journal is a book, ne? While capital account is a ledger.
Okay.
Yes, so there are two
Like
different
in
things.
this case, we still have to do the capital.
Yes, I think
Or
there's a
the one
question that
that-
requires
Oh, okay.
there's a question that requires us to draw up a capital account. Okay, now in this case, we have what is our next asset? We have machinery. Now our machinery, so we move on to the machinery, we check, we compare. Machinery was valued at 80,000, eh? It was valued, please do not use the cost price. You always use the carrying amount. And I repeat, do not use the cost price. Always use the carrying amount. So machinery was had a carrying amount of 80,000 and then it was revalued to 90,000. Eh? So we have the balance in this case, which is 80,000. And then we have revaluation of 90,000. Ne? And again, we said we balance off. We have 90,000 is the bigger amount, so you write it on both sides because it's the bigger amount. The same way we balance off other ledger accounts, 90,000. And then the difference is therefore transferred. Ne? The difference is therefore transferred to our capital accounts. So capital SARA, using the old sharing ratio, we said that revaluation, when you are calculating revaluation, you use the old sharing ratio and not the new, because that's only distributed among the old partners. So it's 10,000. What am I doing? You multiply with how much?
3/5.
3/5. So how much
You
will we get?
6,000.
Then we get
6,000.
6,000. And then we move on to capital. Capital who? Mary?
Which will be 4,000.
10,000 multiplied by 2/5, which will be 4,000. So let's record this in our capital account. And again, if you're asked to show the narration, obviously here the narration will be revaluation of land and building on admission of a partner. So revaluation on land and building on admission of a partner. Yes. Okay, and then we move on. Now, in this case, again, we said, looking at this, it's a profit, right? So we said that our capitals are credited. So if our capitals are credited, then machinery will be debited. So we have machinery of how much? 10,000. The difference, we said we use the difference, and then we have capital accounts that are to be credited. Capital SARA, and then capital Mary. Capital SARA is 6,000. That is 6,000, and then this one is 4,000. Do we understand?
Yes.
So are we able to draw up journal entries of at the revaluation?
Yes.
Okay, because these are the main important things you need to know when it comes to a test, assignment, or exam.
Sarah, there are only 2 minutes. Is it now the end, or we still have to rejoin?
We still have to rejoin unless you guys are tired. It will actually us ending this session will depend to you guys.
Let's continue,
No,
guys.
we are not tired. We are not tired. We even want to read the capital part. Who's this?
Okay, so what are you? Someone was saying something about ledger accounts. Okay, let's just continue. So we continue with our ledger account. Okay, to end itself anytime soon. We can rejoin after. So our next asset in this case to be revalued is inventory. So we have inventory here. Okay, we can wait for the next session. And it's off now. Inventory 20,000. Okay. Oh, it doesn't want to end itself. Continue. So in this case, inventory was valued at how much?
Sarah, hold on quickly.
Okay.